Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next movie reaction for January. You'll already know what the movie is because it'll be in the title, but I'm filming this the day before I film the movie so I can pick what movie I'm going to watch. I might find a different way to do this in the future so that you can get kind of a bit more surprise with me. For anyone that isn't aware, watch the video Where Did the February Movie Vote? Why My Bloody Valentine. I was going to do a reaction to that, but there was a lot of issues. Well, after I recorded it, I couldn't use the footage. So that's not going to be one of the options, but all the other options of movies that I've not seen are in here. I've got a few different ones, see? There's a few different ones here. Yeah, I'm so used to picking everything that I watch by myself, so to have like a surprise choice is really exciting. So let's see. Let's go with this one. Okay, so the next remake that I'm reacting to is Prom Night. Actually, quite exciting actually, because I've not seen the original Prom Night either. I know it's a slasher film. I love me a slasher film, so I'll hunt down a copy of it now. And yeah, that's exciting. So hope you enjoy the reaction to Prom Night. So as like the opening starts, I'm hoping there's some credits at the beginning. I just want to say, like, I've never actually seen this film before. I don't really know anything about the plot other than it's about a prom night, presumably from the title. I've just never watched it. I don't know why. And I know Jamie Lee Curtis is in the original, and she's a legend. So I need to watch it. So it could be interesting watching this one. And maybe in the future I'll do a reaction to the original to see which one I prefer.
Dad?
Something spooky's happening. Is he dead or is he drunk? Uh-oh.
Hey,
They've not killed off a kid, have they?
TV down.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh my god. Did they not just hear her talking a minute ago? She was shouting, Joey, I almost killed myself. Oh my god.
She belongs to me. Where is she?
Oh, can you imagine? That's got to be one of the worst things you can go through. Watching your family get killed. Coming home to find some of them dead. And then watching your mum get killed. Oh, God. Be careful.
I did it for us.
Oh.
And then what happens?
Oh, oh, oh.
And then I wake up. It's a little sexy.
It sounds pretty. Yeah, we want to talk about sexy?
Oh, it's her. She's in.
This is just that plunging neckline.
Is it 90210 she was in?
Gonna love you in it.
Yeah, he's gonna love me even more out of it.
Oh. Oh.
Donna.
What?
I'm guessing it's going to be one of those films where people start getting killed. She's convinced it's this guy, but it's going to be someone close to her. Because slashes.
Have you stopped taking your pills? Yeah, for like a week now.
Okay. It's never a good
You know
idea.
what Dr. Crow said?
I like Brittany Snow as an actress. She's always really cute.
You were gonna
And everything I've seen her in. I say that. But I'm sure when she was in Nip Tuck as well, she was a like evil.
Aw, it's so pretty.
Yeah, 4 hours with the flower lady.
Figure it out yourself?
Kind of.
Did not. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I always find it so fascinating because prom in the UK is just not that big a deal. Like, I had a prom. It was crap.
I'm kidding.
I didn't enjoy it. But it's such a huge thing in the US, so I kind of wish it was more like that.
Hey, when?
Yeah, that's Detective Win to you, kid.
Detective
Came
Win.
in for you.
Oh, he escaped. Idris!
Yeah, this is Detective Win from Bridgeport PD. I'm calling about the facts concerning the escape of Richard Fenton. What the hell's going
Oh
on?
dear. Maybe it is him that's the killer in this one. What film was it that I watched?
What is it?
This is a case I had.
Sorority
Hey, John.
Massacre?
Oh, what
Sleepover Party Massacre? Something like that.
High school teacher.
Where it was just someone
crazy
escaped
obsessed
and killed
with a
everyone.
female student. They fired him. That didn't stop it. And then when the family got a restraining order against him, then he went psycho. And up until 3 days ago.
Oh.
What
Oh
happened
my
to the girl,
god.
though?
She's got an aunt and uncle that live here.
He's coming for her. See, if I had a prom like this, I think I would have loved it. Where I mean, we did dress up and stuff, but we didn't have to take dates. I mean, I was the only out gay person at school at the time. Yeah, it was fine. Oh, was that him? He's shaved. Okay, he's not like as creepy without the beard and the hair, but he's actually handsome. Oh no.
Can I get 3 keys to Suite 312? Have reserved in the Ronnie Heflin.
One moment.
Is he gonna recognize him?
Right? Here you are, Mr. Heflin.
Nope.
Do you have a preference?
But now he knows what suite they're at. Oh.
3rd floor. Be great. Okay.
We're going up to the room to freshen up.
Ah, baby, you were great.
That's correct. You're doing very well tonight. But I'll look even better when I get back.
Oh, I don't want her to be the first to die.
The table for.
Oh.
So, which one of you beautiful young women is my date tonight?
Ew.
So we're gonna take this party upstairs, ladies. Room 604.
Go. You're so gross. Ugh. You're too young for you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Excuse me. My card, it doesn't seem to work. Can you help?
Be careful. Oh, he's gonna kill her for a card. No. I don't like it when it's like random innocent people get killed. I mean, they're all gonna be innocent, but it's like someone's just doing their job.
Oh, no, it's okay.
It's funny how like he's getting so much information by just kind of being nearby and watching, like the number at the desk. He could just see what was going on then, so knows that she's going back to her room. It's good. Oh, she's about to die. I can see it coming. Just go out and kill her already. Stop being a wuss. If it is the killer.
Michael?
Oh dear.
Mr. Fenton?
Oh, yeah, 'cause he was the teacher, wasn't he? So they're all going to recognise him. Oh. 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 I think it's just the extra level of creepiness, like, not just the fact that it's a dude who's obsessed with someone that's, at least at the time, was underage. But he was a teacher. And that, oh, it's so wrong. You know, I've got more important things to be doing than just sitting and looking at a camera. Uh-oh.
Okay. Claire?
Oh, she's gone. Is she in the bath? No. Where is she?
Claire?
I want to shit myself. Okay. We did it slowly. Thank God for that. He loves a knife to the stomach, doesn't he, this guy? Isn't that how he's killed 3 people now? And the mum, and the dad, possibly the son as well at the beginning.
I have to be crowned with her boyfriend.
Look, Ronnie's the starting quarterback. All city 2 years in a row. Yeah, Chrissy, you could do a lot worse. Besides, maybe you won't even win. Alright, look, I'm gonna go upstairs, just...
I like him.
Okay.
No, no, she's not. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't be so stupid. Well, that guy walked into that. Like, he was giving off a serious creepy vibe. You shout at Maria, she didn't answer, but he was like, oh yeah, she's right here. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
She got it.
It's him! It's him! No, I gotta get to Donna! I gotta get to Donna!
Come on, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, be careful. No.
Why the rush?
Where the hell is she? Why did this hotel turn into a bloody hostel? Guessing it's a floor that's under refurbishment. Oh, you idiots. You absolute idiot. You could have gotten away. Ugh. Oh, Lisa. I like Lisa. Well, at least he killed someone a bit differently this time. Every single time before he's stabbed them in the stomach, this time he's slit their throat. So at least a little bit of variety.
No, he's here. He's killed a maid.
Come on, Luther. Let's do this.
I want the entire place cleared
Lock it down.
Flush him out. Hey,
Lock the place down.
Find Donna Keppel and put her in protection custody now.
I forgot my mom's shawl upstairs. If
Does
you
it
want,
matter?
I'll meet him outside.
Oh my god, she dies now. I swear to God, she deserves it. There's an alarm going off. Get out of the building, you idiot. Absolutely. I can understand it's a mum's. But...
Don't be afraid.
I don't know. Get some balls here. Let's kick his ass. Police have done a terrible job of protecting her. Terrible job. What they should have done the second that they knew he was out and escaped is get her locked away somewhere safe. Alright, do something. Move, come on. Let's be smart about this. This is what I like about the ends of horror films. It's like, right, we've screamed, we've cried, everyone's dead. Let's be smart now. Oh, God. Let me jump. Lisa. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I said the ceiling. Because when it showed him escaping from the prison, he slit a guy's throat or killed him, whatever, and got in the vents. Is that not the first place you'd look? It's the bellhop guy.
It's Sims. Hey, is everybody out?
Yes, sir. I think so. Yep.
Oh! He went out as a bellhop. He pulled the Michael Myers. Cut the phone lines. Another great detective work there, guys. Is he in the bed? That's him.
Thank you for staying.
It's him. Look at him properly. Either the boyfriend's dead or it's the creepy guy.
Bobby.
Okay, it's not the creepy guy because you can see him.
Hey.
Is he dead?
Donna?
Behind you. No. Come on, Idris. You've been terrible so far. At least do this properly. Right, come on, Donna. Scream! Scream! Make some noise! Yes, again. Make more noise! Thank you. Yeah. I'll just die already, come on. You ain't no ghost face. Go down. Took you long enough to do something useful in this movie. Okay, I skipped forward through the rest of the credits and there was nothing else to watch, so let's jump into the review. Okay, so it's the next day after watching Prom Night. The second that I finished watching the movie, I just stopped and saved the file because obviously I had the issue where I obviously recorded a movie the week before and it all glitched, so I wanted to make sure I just saved it straight away. And then just by the time I got around to sorting stuff out, I didn't have time to do a review at the end. But yeah, that was a really good film. It was very stereotypical 2000s horror movie with very flashy, everyone's very pretty. There's quite a few jump scares here and there with the killer. Specific music choices where it was just like, okay, it's very of its era. I get it, you're of your time, but I still enjoyed what I saw. But going into it, I think I expected it to be a different kind of movie. And what I mean by that is, it felt more like a thriller at times than a slasher, because once it hit Prom Night, most of the Prom Night, not a lot of people died until kind of like the few police officers that died right at the end and the boyfriend. But actually during the Prom Night itself, 3 people got killed that were main characters. I mean, now I'm saying it, there was more people that died that I remembered, but there was like the bellhop guy died, the maid died, but in terms of main characters or minor characters that we knew about from the school, there was just the 2 couples, there was a couple that was arguing, and Lisa that died. Rest in peace, Lisa. She was my favourite. But like a lot of slasher films of the era, I would have expected the PE teacher to die, the bitchy girl to die, another friend to die, like Lisa's boyfriend, and maybe some other students. It just felt like a lot of the characters that died were very minor. There was the maid, let's say the bellhop, police officers, and that was a little bit disappointing in the sense that if you're going to have less deaths, make them unique and memorable. And there's a lot of horror films, say Halloween, the original Halloween, not a lot of people die in that movie, but it offsets it by the quite unique deaths and different deaths and visually interesting, for me anyway. Whereas a lot of the deaths in this film were people just getting stabbed in the stomach or killed off screen. All the police officers died off screen. The boyfriend died off screen. The bellhop sort of, well, you saw flashes of him dying, but the main deaths that they showed were people getting stabbed in the stomach. Minus Lisa, who got a throat slit, and that was quite interesting, although it was sad because she was my favourite character of the film. So I think like what they should have done is offset the fact that not a lot of people were getting killed with more interesting deaths. But the film had an interesting take for me personally, that it felt more like a thriller at times than a horror, because there was a lot of cat and mouse in terms of this guy who used to be a teacher, who's obviously the stalker, just watching people in the hotel. And a lot of what he did, and a lot of what he found out about, was not from like breaking into computers and doing like shady stuff like that. He could just watch people and pick up on visual clues. Like he saw the boyfriend hand the main girl. I'm terrible with names if you never watched my channel before. But the main couple, Brittany Snow and her boyfriend, he saw her get the key card off the boy and walk away. So he knew just from seeing that she was going up to the hotel room. So he went after her. And he was stood at the desk and heard someone talk about 312, I think the room was. So he knew that they were in 312. And all these things he just found out just from being nearby. So that was more interesting than him just killing everybody and hacking into computers and breaking into rooms, which he did elements of, obviously. But yeah, it did feel a lot of cat and mouse throughout, which was good. It wasn't what I expected, but it was good. I think what I expected going into it as a slasher fan, I just assumed stupidly that it was going to be a killer that was dressed up, and we had to guess throughout the movie as our friends got picked off one by one who the killer was going to be. And it would either be one of her mates, her boyfriend, or a teacher. I mean, it was a teacher, but like a current teacher. And that was that. But it was, I think I mentioned it in the full-length reaction, very similar to Slumber Party Massacre, where you see at the beginning of the film, there's a crazed person who escaped from a hospital, and he kills people. And you just watch him go around and killing people. And that happened in this one. We saw the beginning where the parents died, the teacher got put away for being a stalker and for murdering people and trying to murder the girl. And most of the film was just watching him go after her and trying to kill her or not even kill her. It was kind of unclear what his end goal was. It seemed like he wanted to be with her and take her away. But then, if she fought back, he would kill her. And yeah, it was good though. It was very interesting from that point of view that we knew who the killer was from the start. We were just watching him go to his target. There was no guesswork, no guessing who the killer was. I just assumed at some point the boyfriend was going to be evil. I think that's from just many horror films in the past. And maybe he was going to have a link to the teacher somehow, some sort of twist. But there wasn't that. It was very straightforward in that here's a killer, let's watch him kill people, here's his end goal, and we're just watching him slowly creep closer to that goal. And it had a different vibe to it that I just wasn't expecting, but thoroughly enjoyed. I'd say I wish the kills were more interesting because I wanted more main characters to die. In any horror film, the bitchy queen dies, the bully dies, but even they weren't killed off like they would in most films. That was a little disappointing. I thought that Kellen Lutz was a semi-big-ish actor for a while. He had like a couple of lines, that was that. These people that I just assumed were going to be bumped off like with extra kills, which are usually quite fun kills. I guess the biggest chase scene throughout was like Lisa's chase scene. I don't mean the final girl chase scene. I mean like every now and again, like a Helen from I Know You Did Last Summer, you'll get a character that's going to get killed off, but they have a big chase scene throughout. I guess the closest was Lisa, where she was running through the abandoned part of the hotel. Was that mentioned early on in the film? I don't remember, because I hope it was and that I missed it. Because if not, it was just weird that it would just have this floor that was just all done up to look like a Saw film. She was my favourite. I don't know why she was my favourite. I just liked her. And she did try and escape. A couple of silly decisions here and there. And she wasn't watching where she was going. Some knocked over stuff. But that's just horror cliches, I suppose. Brittany Snow as the leading girl, the final girl, was good. I like that they gave her character a backstory in the sense of there's a reason that she has this trauma. And I mentioned it again in the full length reaction. I don't know what I'm going to have to cut out for YouTube. But there were scenes where she was like looking around all scared because she heard noises. And in some horror films, that's like, you wouldn't always do that. You might go, hello? And if I say I hear a noise in the house, I might go, hi. I go over to check it's nothing, and I'll come back and it'll be fine. But in horror films, they drag it out, and they drag it out, and they drag it out. And then a friend jumps out. But she was really anxious a lot of the time, but they gave her a reason for that, which I liked. She had this backstory where she had to watch her mother get stabbed to death after she found her family dead. Yeah, it worked, and they gave her character a backstory that was interesting and a bit different from a lot of horror films. She wasn't just this girl that he just fancied. He fancied her, he was in love with her. He also killed her family and is now after her again, and I quite liked that take on it. Interesting seeing Idris Elba in it. I didn't know he was in like a slasher film. Probably, I imagine it was before he was quite a big actor, maybe. I'm not too sure on the timeline here. But he was a terrible cop. A lot of these police officers, like, the main goal, once they found out that this escaped mental patient was loose, you would think it's just to keep that girl safe. Yes, it's a prom night. Yes, it's a crappy timing. But you'd think they grab her and keep her locked down somewhere. Okay, they chose not to do that. They chose to just watch her from afar. Okay, I can get on board with that. They're at the disco, they're at the prom, they're watching her, not a problem. But then they just left her. And obviously that's when things started to go wrong and they kept losing sight of her. And it was just silly. And we knew that he'd escaped from the mental patient hospital. And I don't know whether, did we see it from a camera or did we just see it as a flashback? I can't remember. But they would have figured out how he got out of it. They got out through the vents. So when they couldn't find him at the hotel, my first thing that I said was, he'd probably gone into the vents. I mean, I was wrong, because it turned out he'd obviously killed the bellhop, was dressed as the bellhop, and escaped that way. But it took them so long to check in the vents to find the bellhop, to figure out, oh God, he came out dressed as one of us, that it was just like, come on guys, you're meant to be police officers. And I know police officers, horror films, don't mesh very well. They're never usually that productive or that useful. Like the obvious things that they weren't checking into. But it was a laugh. I had a good laugh for this film. I think that's what I like about 2000s horror films. A lot of them, slasher-wise, are not classics. They're not films that are ever going to be in my top 10 films of all time, top 10 slashers. But I had a good time watching them and I enjoyed it. I had some good characters. There's just a bunch of good-looking actors that they put in it, some interesting kills. I enjoyed the killer in this one. I enjoyed watching him move, and he's kind of creepy, kind of hot at times. I don't know why I thought that, but I'm getting like a Joe from You vibe, and that like he's a stalker, he's weird, you should root for him, but I kind of fancied him a little bit, so maybe that says more about my taste and my mental state than anything else. But I enjoyed the killer, I enjoyed the characters, and there was quite a lot of tension in this film, just in the hotel room when we didn't know who was where. who's going to find the bodies, where is the killer. I did enjoy it, but I am interested one day to watch the original. Like I say, I might watch it one day in the channel in the future, like do a month maybe where I watch a couple of films that I've watched the remake of that I've not seen the original to compare. I'd be interested to see how closely it follows the storyline, and if Jamie Lee Curtis is the same character as Brittany Snow, does it follow the same killer? Who knows? But yeah, quite enjoyed the film, really good. I had a good time with the slasher film. It was very generic, cheesy at parts, but that's kind of what I expected from a 2000 slasher. I had a great time. Let me know down below what you think of the reaction, and also of Prom Night, the remake to the original. And do you prefer the original? Do you prefer the remake? And without spoiling the original, is it worth checking out? Is it better? I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be better because 80s slashers are iconic and they're the best, in my opinion. But let me know down below what your opinion is. If you're interested in watching the full-length reaction to this movie, as well as every movie that I follow in the future and the TV shows that I watch, or some of them anyway, there's a link to my Patreon down below where you'll get early access and full-length reactions to various things on my channel. If you've got any questions, just drop me a message. And if you've got any more suggestions for next month's theme, which is found footage, let me know down below. As always, guys, my name is Scott. Hope you're well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoy this reaction, please let me know down below and subscribe to my channel for future reactions. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you all in 2 weeks' time for the next movie reaction. Bye, guys.